Today we're going to be taking a look at the most powerful or the most broken bleed build in Elden Ring. And we're going to be focusing on one particular weapon. And as you're able to see there, you know what weapon I'm talking about. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Which is the best Astral Ward to be able to use, which makes the most powerful bleed build? We have two in particular. One is going to be the Grav Blade, and the other one is going to be Seppuku. Now, which of the two is going to be the most powerful and the most broken one? If we are talking about a bleed build, of course, we're going to have to optimize it to the fullest to be able to get the most out of this bleed build. And that means we're going to need a few pieces in the armor and, of course, other weapons and things that are going to optimize this to be hitting at the most amount of bleed that you can do. Now, what are we going to be doing? Now, the first one is going to be, we're going to use the Grav Blade Astral Ward. This thing is insane. Not only does it give you a 50% stamina damage against blocking enemies by 50%, but also it also gives you a stance damage by 10% in that buff of 60 seconds, that when you are able to do this on the ground, it gives you that. Now, so you're able to see there, we're going to go from to up to 372 physical damage. And that is what makes this very potent. But in other words, the Seppuku. Now, the Seppuku, if we're able to use this, so if we are able to take a look at the affinity of the two weapons, you look at the Grav Blade and you're saying, well, that is going to be the most powerful weapon, right? I was doing tests. I was able to see that the Grav Blade is going to hit at the mask with everything that I'm going to show you later, with all the different optimizations that make it even stronger. I was only hitting at the first hit at 2,900. Now, with Seppuku, you're going to be able to hit at 3,400. And that is almost 500 additional damage that you're doing with the Seppuku. And I know you're probably going to say in the comments below, but I need you to try this, guys. I need you to try this because I tried this for several hours until I came up to the conclusion that Seppuku is a better affinity if you are making a bleed build. Now that I got that out of the way and showed you how the Seppuku is a lot better build for bleed, we're going to be able to take a look at everything that puts this bleed build. One, of course, we're going to use Seppuku, which automatically is going to inflict bleed because you're going to use the affinity of it. And once you are using this whole sequence that you're seeing here, that you stab yourself, you are automatically are going to hit with bleed on the first hit. Opposed to the Grav Blade, you're not going to do that until later after you do successful hits. Now, if we are able to take a look at the Gargoyle's weapon, this is the best weapon that you can use now. With in regards to Seppuku, it goes 1 and 2 together as a merry couple, because not only you're going to be hitting hard, but you're also going to be hitting with bleed at the same time, which makes it very crazy and very potent. And we're going to be able to use the Claw Mark Seal, that we're going to be able to use it to use our two different type of incantations, which are going to be Golden Bow and Flamey Grant Me Some Strength. So those two are automatically going to be raising our power of the bleed just by doing those two different incantations. Now, we're going to take this to a lot bigger and more powerful bleed build. Of course, you got to use the white mask. This white mask is going to increase your bleed power by 10% for 20 seconds. And since you are using Seppuku, it will automatically start hitting and proccing right away. With this, we're going to be using the Raptor's Black Feathers because it's going to increase the damage to an additional 15%, because we're going to be doing a lot of jump attacks to take advantage of the Gargoyle's Twin Blade, which is going to do successible attacks. And to be able to take advantage of that, we're going to be using 2 additional talismans. One, Millicent's Prosthesis, which is going to boost our dexterity, raises the attack power, and successive attack. Now, as you're able to see there, my bleed power is going to be at 103, not 101, which you probably are seeing somewhere else, because the advantage that the Millicent's Prosthesis is going to give me, because I am raising my dexterity to 23. And of course, later on, I will show you the whole entire character status and what you need to do to be put in vigor, endurance, strength, dexterity, and all those other sections. And then we're going to use Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, which is going to greatly raise the attack power with successive attacks. So as we are seeing there right away, our bleed is going to be doing all of this at once right away. Pa, 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 pa. It's just going to be crazy. And now we're going to take advantage of one more talismans, which that is why Seppuku just is the best and the best actual word that you can use now to be able to make the most powerful bleed. Because the Lord's Blood Exaltation, it says, blood loss in its vicinity increases the attack power. And since we are doing blood loss right away on our first hit, we're going to be able to do 20 more % damage for 20 seconds. So right away, we're going to be hitting at 417% with bleed, opposed to the grab blade, which you're going to be able to hit at 372. And since we are doing successive attacks over and over, and we're using jump attacks, the affinity of the Seppuku with all the bleed advantages, such as the talisman here, and also this is going to increase our dexterity, and also the white mask. Overall, the bleed on the Seppuku is going to overtake what the grab blade is going to be able to do. But don't get me wrong, grab blade is still a good option if you want to go that route. Now, to be able to increase this even more powerful, we're going to use in our Flask Wondrous Physics 2 amazing crack tiers. One is going to be Strength Knot Crystal, which is going to raise our boost from 70 to 80. And that is crazy amount of damage. And also the Thorny Crack tier, which is going to temporarily boost our successive attack power. So overall, this build is just going to do a lot of damage because of the weapons that are going to be doing that successive cut, and hit on your enemy. It's just going to delete everything. And with the bleed right away proccing, it's just insane how this bleed build is going to be breaking the game. And then the rest of the armor is going to be from the fingerprint. I love this armor because it's very light, and it also provides you with a nice damage negation and damage resistance. This is going to be a level 150, and we're going to use the following: Vigor at 50, Mine at 12, with the advantage of Seppuku only using 4 FP to be able to use it. We're going to just need very little of it. Strength is going to be at 70, and it's going to be our go-to. Now, dexterity, of course, we're going to be using it at 23 because it's going to help us with our different talismans. But the advantage here that we're going to be using is Arcane. Arcane, we are raising it at 20 because we are using bleed. And the advantage of the Seppuku is that it's right away, it scales your weapon, as you guys are able to see here, to a D. So we got to take advantage of that Arcane being a D. So that 20% is going to help us proc the bleed a lot faster. Now, face is going to be 25 because we need to use the golden bow, and intelligence at 9. Now, let me ask you guys the question. Which of the 2 different actual words either the grab blade or the seppuku are the best. In my point of view, the seppuku is a lot better for a bleed build because you are going to be able to use right away all the different type of armor pieces, the different type of talismans that you're going to take advantage from it, and of course, everything that puts this build to be a very amazing bleed build right away from the get-go. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for even more Elden Ring builds coming your way, and we'll see you on the next video.